be a millionaire or some kind of petty bourgeoisie anytime you live in here. In this country, you got to be in skullduggery, making you money illicitly to live like somebody. In this country, it's outrageous and insane. Them crazy prices in Port of Spain, and like the merchants going out their brain, and the working man like the only toiling in vain. Where you ever hear a television for 7,000, $250,000 for little piece of land? A pair of sneakers, $200, 80,000-90,000 for motor cars. At last, here in Trinidad, we see capitalism gone mad. It's sad and getting more bad because capitalism gone mad. Provide for your family today on your present salary is an impossibility in this country.
A pleasant good afternoon to you, ladies and gentlemen.
There is no conceivable way to save for a rainy day in this country.
And how are we doing this afternoon?
To be precise,
it's another wonderful day in the beautiful parishes
overpriced
and throughout the length and breadth of Grenada, Carriacou, and PT Martinique.
Body feel government give them a open license to steal.
Where you ever hear?
One nylon panty is $19.90, $20 for some baby milk. The cheapest jersey costs over $60.
It is 3 minutes past the hour of 6 o'clock. It is the 27th day of July 2023.
Lord have mercy, capitalism gone.
It is a humid Grenada right now.
Oh, bad. Oh Lord, capitalism gone mad.
Go ahead right now and share the live. Let them know that I'm on. Let them know that Royalty James is here. And class is in session.
To buy a pack of cigarette, just leave you with a hole in your wallet, and money is so hard to get in this country.
Crystal Theodore,
City of Luxuries,
Jillian Noel,
Itemies, they're charging anything they please in this country.
my brother Mosquito Man,
Folks, prices
Lovely Mac,
is highway robbery,
Keisha Walcott.
price of food. Oh,
A pleasant good afternoon to the people that are already on my Facebook page.
but politicians still expect good work attitude. Just
Agnes Henry,
best cost
Vanessa Lalji,
over 3,000
Alban Harris,
today.
Marilyn Ferguson, Janice Mitchell,
Dollars
Dave Felix.
take a
Good afternoon to the people on my YouTube page.
cemetery. It hard here in Trinidad. Oh Lord, capitalism gone mad. The glass
It is the final day of broadcasting for this week.
capitalism gone.
What if we go end it with a kind of bang, right? We go put a like a pace in this evening and then you're fine. Share the live, guys. Lovely Mark is saying, go ahead. Every platform that you know, every friend that you know, tag everybody. Royalty final day in this week. Let's get it on, man.
You got to have heavy contact, know how to move up in society to make any kind of impact in this country. You got to know how to chip the feel, how to scheme and swindle properly, perfect the art of wheel and deal in this country. I say survival in this land isn't easy for no man. With unemployment and high inflation, Somehow we go dead before the end of this recession. Where the hell is this Mango Julie?
What?
Costing $350
Bonje.
for one watermelon.
To the people that just walking into the classroom,
Fish meat and poultry.
get a chair
If you buy green
and sit down.
money done. It hard hearing drink.
Don't let me have to send some of you in the back of the class today.
Capitalism.
It is going to be a wonderful day. You see the smile on my face?
Sad and getting over. 'Cause I'm not
Marilyn Ferguson is saying she's firing on all cylinders right now. Right now, I blow out all the head gaskets. The stove top. It's a real fire in today. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to do full broadcasting session of this today, the 27th of the 7th month 2023, as we get ready to bring to you information here in this classroom and inform them that class is in session. So good afternoon again, ladies and gentlemen, and today we want to get off by recognizing one of our very own. You realize that lately in most of the sessions that I have been doing, I always try to pull some significant person out of the camp of the new national party and ensure that I show special recognition to them. And so today is no different. Today we want to pay special representation and respect to Mrs. Emmeline Pear. We have seen her devotion in recent days via our social medium. And so one evening, she would have mentioned in comments that she was passing. And some young men who was doing a boat would have mentioned to her that they would like for her to pray with them. All right? So that they would like for her to pray with them. And so she did just that. And last night, she would have broadcasted again that there were some young men after she did a session who would have asked for them to have a conversation. And so she took her time off and she ensured that she stood with them and conversed with them. And she implored through her statement or comment made during her status where she was asking again that conversations continue with young people throughout the length and breadth of Grenada. All right. Now, it so much coincides with what would start my conversation for today. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, I have no regrets. I have no ills when I see that this organization, this administration, political administration, have failed within a year, 1 month and 4 days, have extremely failed our young people in Grenada. And I challenge anyone who defers to come with anything that is substantiable to prove to me that this administration have done anything significant for our young people throughout the length and breadth of Grenada. Be it an initiative, be it some new challenges taken on by the administration to help in the development of this, our young people in Grenada. Now, if anybody wish to challenge me, I say come forward. Documentation presented, maybe through parliament, some form of initiative that this administration have initiated to aid in the development of our young people. From my perspective and from where I sit, I have seen absolutely nothing. No initiative. The continuation of our Imani programs, I am uncertain as to whether as to any other one of the youthful initiative that was left there by the past administration is still upheld. At the end of the day, I always say, when I come to speak as it relates to businesses of this state, I always can refer to things that is of facts. And if you go to the manifesto of the National Democratic Congress before taking office on page 20, and more so it was spoken to on page 13, and if you want you can go Google it right now, either page 13 or 20, speaks to the integration or the amalgamation of young people within many different sectors throughout the length and breadth of Grenada, more so the House of Parliament and the Senate there too. And how much they mentioned that they would have gotten young people involved. What drifts my attention to this, ladies and gentlemen, is the continued bold face, the continued ridicule and pappy show, as we would say in local terminology, that this administration continued to display as if everything in this country is prim and proper, which is an actual lie. And I'm not scared to say this. This administration and their involvement to young people within this country is a shame. Absolutely no initiative, ladies and gentlemen, initiated by this administration. Instead, what we heard the last budget, I think there was some subsidiaries or so on and so forth reduced in terms of the money program. Now, young people makes a majority or makes up a majority of our society. And you've heard in recent weeks, as it relates to this administration, going so far as to more or less blaming young people for the rise in criminal and violent practices throughout the length and breadth of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. More so young men. And I remember Dr. Mitchell taking up taking the Empower program as his very own in ensuring that young men especially that may be heading on down to the path as it relates to them being delinquent. And he took it up on his very own to ensure that a program like this could be initiated, that our young men can get involved in things that may keep them away from criminal and illicit practices. This administration, thus far, absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. The Minister of Youth seems as if to himself is what is important, the upgrading of himself. And so we would have had information where he had newly gotten a scholarship to SGU. It only goes to show, ladies and gentlemen, the importance to this administration is self-development, self-proclamation. They put themselves first. And you know, they say they put people first. The people that they were talking about was themselves. The interest of the state to them was them. The love for people that they're talking about were their friends that voted for them and their families. And so we see young people incorporating and inculcating themselves in practices that you ask whether or not this administration cares or concern as it relates to the development of young people throughout the length and breadth of Grenada. It saddens me that at this stage, with the so many boards that have been selected, with the so many senators that have been selected, the different person that would have given roles within the length and breadth of Grenada, when you check their age, them and Dr. Mitchell used to play marble. Them and Dr. Mitchell went to the same secondary school. And remember, the campaign strategy, or one of the campaign policies, I must say, was saying to the Grenadian people, Dr. Mitchell and the persons that sit around him are old people, they're elders. And it's time for them to go home and rest. And funny enough, one of the very first boards that would have been selected in Grenada that was made public, we see our set of people. As I said, when the clock on Church Street was a watch, there was a wrong tongue. No, it's a clock, he get old. He big now. And they're still there. But no, they're asking Dr. Mitchell to go and sit down. Checking within the different ministries and the persons to the different advisory boards within different ministry. Check their age. And mind you, to the persons that are on the page here, that are elders, I am not here saying that we have absolutely no problem with ageable persons. But we're saying when you set a precedent or you are tempted to ridicule an individual based on his age, you had to have kept with what you believe you was trying to create to the Grenadian people. Because the picture that you painted was that Dr. Mitchell is old and the people around him are too old. Time for them to go home and rest. And here you are today, when you look at your slate of advisors, is old guards. Young people in whom you mentioned that would have been incorporated within different areas was today is proven a blatant lie. Go look at the different boards. Check them out. Look at it yourself. Look at them yourself. The involvement of young people was a story told to create some misdemeanor or to be misinformed in order to obtain electoral votes. Because at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, the fact is, young people are not studied. Somebody is saying they need more skill program for young people within the different communities to keep them from being idle. How can they, when today to themselves believe that they are the young ones? They believe to themselves they are the limers. They believe to themselves they are the flexers. They're in every party and every show and chilling. So to them, the belief is that they rank among the young people. So they go to a party, they go to a show, and they tell you at the end of the day, we are engaging the young people. That's what they want you to believe, you know. So when they do those things by going out to the fetes and the parties, it's because they want you to believe to themselves, or they want to believe to themselves that they're engaging young people. They're doing what young people must do. So young people are going to gravitate to them. Because at the end of the day, the New National Party took it on their own as an initiative to engage young people, and they went so far as to go into the students, not just young adults or adolescents, because they understand the importance. They understand the importance as to the point in when a young person's life should be properly mentored. And then you have the minister of government, not even the youth minister, offering as to whether or not he can give some form of assistance. No. What you find happening lately, ladies and gentlemen, and it saddens me even further, is that this administration does not answer questions of relevance. The National Democratic Congress administration believe that whatever answer given is what you should take. So whatever they tell you, you should believe it. Question it not. Whatever answer given, or whatever question you ask, if they choose to answer it, they answer it. If they don't feel to answer it, they don't. And we saw in recent days, I think the Speaker of the House would have given a release to the Parliament where he charged that persons ought to start answering questions posed in the House. And we've seen it that it have been trickled down even in the House of Senate. It saddens me to see the level of disrespect being displayed in the House of Parliament in Grenada. Believing to themselves that they now sit in the chair or the party in which they support holds the power. And you hear persons or you see persons gesticulation to even Dr. Mitchell and other members of the House that sits on the other side. As to who are you to ask me that? Sit down, shut up, murmuring during presentations. Blatant disrespect, not just to the persons on the other side, but to the House of Parliament. And the Speaker sits in the chair and looks down as to not even understanding his role and function. And to at this point where I believe somebody maybe said to him, no, it's time to start taking charge. You're hearing deliberations being made by Dr. Mitchell, a particular minister on the other side, murmuring what he's talking about. And you're actually hearing it through the audio of the televised broadcast. You're hearing it. The camera is showing other persons and the gesticulation within the House of Parliament. They're sitting as if they sit down smoking a cigar or drinking the rum. The level of respect. Persons are now seeing it as if the House of Parliament is a joke. The House of Parliament is a puppy show. Because at the end of the day, the persons that the powers are given to control the House is not even taking the mantle to do so. And we saw the sitting of the House of Senate. Look at how they themselves are starting to display themselves. Look at them yourself. Look at the persons, the senators now. They're basically sometimes standing on next to nothing. Next to nothing, no information. When you hear things like that, ladies and gentlemen, it leaves you to question. The National Democratic Congress as an administration believes whatever they give to the Grenadian people is what we should take. What they give to us, we must accept. The behavioral pattern, the modus operandi. Nobody's saying that a member of government cannot have a downtime. Nobody's not saying that. But your purpose of your downtime should be at a place most relevant for the position you hold. A lot of people go say sometimes, people playing thing. You understand me? But as a police officer, I don't expect you to sit down in Jamrock drinking a beer. It is not wrong to do. But you have to take into consideration the position in which you may put yourself in. The compromisation. I don't expect that a teacher takes his or her time and there are some children in Form 5 that are liming and having a time and he or she finds themselves within the audience. No. Because you ought to understand the position you hold. So we see Prime Minister and ministers of government and other officials liming on Wall Street. And we say, yeah, that kind of Prime Minister we want, man. That, wonderful. Not understanding the precedents that is being set. Not understanding the security breach in which so many things are happening. Not understanding that the position one can put himself into, that at the end of the day, an individual approaches with violence or any other practice, and then at the end of the day, we go say, hey, NNP pay man, or NNP pay her for doing or saying what they say. On the sister aisle, regatta conversation at regatta, in where politics have inculcated itself. This administration are putting themselves in places and doing things that you have to ask yourself, are these people all right? Are they okay? Do they understand? Do they know? Are you aware that this is not how this has to be done? Everything. You see, they drive a political agenda. And for the purpose as to secure maybe another vote for the next general election. Now, what baffled me the most as it relates to me speaking protocol and procedure, I am seeing the parliamentary representative for the south of the island at the Special Services Unit making a walkthrough at the Special Services Unit. Now tell me, of what importance or what role does the parliamentary representative play? What does his ministerial role does he hold to aid in anything at the Special Services Unit, that is SSU? Yes, it is within your constituency, but it falls far from your ministerial role. Anybody to do a walkthrough of that nature should be the Minister of Security or responsible for security. But no, it is a face. It is a nice look. So at the end of the day, he went to Special Services Unit. At the end of the day, he visited. And this is all this administration continues to do. Bring a face to the Grenadian people. Make yourself look nice. Go there in next 2, 3 months, 4 months down the road and ask, what have they gained from the last visit from the parliamentary representative? No, we need to understand, ladies and gentlemen, that this country is being run as if it was a puppy show. Because nobody knows truly their role and function. A lot of persons there does not understand what they're expected to do. So you find them doing all kind of thing. You find them doing all kind of thing. You would find the candidate who ran for the last election, she in the market cleaning it. And you find other ministers and other persons who support the party, they just are dancing around, man. Anything play, anything happens, it happens. And you ask yourself the question, do you understand what you have to do? Do you understand your role and function? Do you understand your job description? Now let me say to you, I live in the Montu area. And it has been over 6 months, 5 to 6 months. There's an area as entering Montu, the iron railing there was destroyed. I guess after a certain period of time. A resident, after realizing that about 2 or 3 weeks ago, took it on his own and got some wood, 2x4 and so on. And he basically placed it within the iron railed area to assist in the overpass with motor vehicles. He did it. No picture. Somebody took it out. I think he posted it somewhere on social media, and the minister saw. Now, I am seeing new rails in the area. Commendable. However, ladies and gentlemen, I am surprised to have gone on Facebook and see on the minister's page that the work has finally been done. So it had to take a resident to attempt to fix the problem after 4 to 5 months in order for you to know that there was a problem. And you see, funny enough, nowadays when they do something, it is the expectation, as us, as how they call us, the obstructionist, to come and say, job well done. After we cry 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, 7 months, we asking for certain things, and then they expect us now that when it's been done, or with the commencement of it, they want you to come now on my podcast and say, job well done to the National Democratic Congress administration, or to the minister responsible for X, Y, or Z, or to the parliamentary representative. It had to take a resident to take his own initiative, or take the own initiative to build that across the road. And then, immediately as it is done, you come and you maybe get a few fellas mobilized and say, you need to fix this. And now it has been done. The immediate thing that you do is to put it on Facebook and say, finally, the area has been fixed. Because for months, a resident could have noticed it. It wasn't 1 week or 2 weeks in happening. Months, I'm telling you, I'm traversing this area as frequent. And you had to take a resident to do that. And then you come and you do it. And then all of a sudden, it is a Facebook broadcast. It is something that you should be praised about. You are the greatest parliamentary representative. It is saddening, ladies and gentlemen. Because it takes that for this administration to do things. You come here, you speak 2-3 months, you call on Shaggy, you call on all programs, and you complain about certain things. And then after 2-3 months of complaining, you see they come and they throw something there, or they pass a tractor there, and then you see somebody post it on Facebook and say, why not praise? Why not praise this administration? Why not give them the glory that they have done a wonderful job? But before, when the new National Party does something and somebody congratulates them, they say, man, like taxpayers' money. And MPs expect you to do that. And we don't watching that because they taxpayers' money. And MP give a little increase to public servants. They taxpayers' money. They expect you to do this. But within this reign, it's not taxpayers' money. It is the praise of the government of the day. Understand where this country is going. Understand, ladies and gentlemen, the route many media houses and different entities are taking. And this is for one reason, ladies and gentlemen. To see the back or the destruction or the demolition of the new National Party and Dr. Keith Mitchell. That is all this is. Many persons sit in their chair and all they're waiting to see happen is the back of Dr. Mitchell to say he's no more. NNP as a party is no more. All you go wait until all you see a green, pink, JA running a wrong tongue before that happens. Because it wouldn't happen just like that. You see, when something is inculcated in you, and you know your ability, for those of us who are not Messi fans or soccer fans, Messi just reaching into Miami, and he's scoring goals already because football is in him. So no matter what arena you put him on, no matter what stage or stadium, he's going to perform. So Dr. Mitchell as Prime Minister, Dr. Mitchell as opposition leader, Dr. Mitchell as leader on any board is a productive thing that you're going to see. Because it is inculcated in him. The most I know in Grenada, Carriacou, and Pedimatic in recent years is Dr. Mitchell having a birthday party. That's the most. Nowadays, Gala Gallo. Gala Gallo. And it is being done, funny enough, under the banner of the National Democratic Congress. But when you see the right, they ask you to be the Prime Minister and not the political leader of the NDC. Never noticed that? So the money that is being made is to aid in the party's development. But the opportunity to come is to meet the Prime Minister and not the political leader of the party. Get the difference. Government, Prime Minister, party, political leader. This is how it's supposed to be. But when you see the galas, they tell you come meet Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell. And not the political leader of the National Democratic Congress. But the gala is done to aid in the development of the party. So the monies gathered from the gala is for the party. You understand me? So it's not for state. The monies gathered is not for state because it's the gala for the NDC. But it's an opportunity to meet the Prime Minister, which holds a governmental position. Are you understand where we're going with that? Because at the end of the day, as we saw when they celebrated 1 year, they tell you the bingo is for the NDC. But they didn't tell you, come and meet candidates or parliamentary representatives of the NDC or the political leader. They tell you, come and meet ministers of government and Prime Minister. This is a governmental capacity. This is not a party capacity. So when you're coming to see the Prime Minister, you're expected to go and do that on a state level. But when you're meeting the political leader, you're meeting them on a party level. And for those of us who are intelligent enough to understand what I'm saying, if you don't understand, let me break it down. Tell me slow down. Or say boss, say Prince, you're going too far. Fast for me. Excuse me. Because at the end of the day, there is a significant difference between party and government. A party forms a government. A party forms a government. A government is a state. A government is a state position. That would always stay. Government would stay. Party could always be destroyed and left or lose. But government does not change. So if on the 22nd, Barbados was writing a check for the government of Grenada, on the 24th when he gets here, it is the government, because at the end of the day, NNP cannot collect that check because it is for government. NDC's administration collects it because they hold the position of government. So NNP can turn and say, well, we were in government, so that check is for us. No, it didn't mark New National Party. It marked to the government of Grenada. So no matter who sits in the chair, the other countries doesn't see party. They see the party they see the party who forms the government. You understand me? Because I want to make sure I'm making sense. Right? So the government is what they see. The government is initially what they see. So they don't see NDC or NNP. They see government. All right? And we see galas galore, as I mentioned. Now, yesterday was my interactive segment. Right? My interactive time was yesterday. But today, I want your honest opinion on a question that I'm about to propose. And that question is, and I want you to be as honest as possible. In 1 year and 1 month and 4 days, ladies and gentlemen, what economic drive has you seen this administration but for? And I want you to be honest. Don't jump on anything just on being the aspect of a supporter of the National Party. Simply give to me your opinion. And you could suggest, you could give me your honest opinion. You know how to do. Tell me what you would have seen that this administration have initiated that has caused a significant drive to our economy. And people have been honest. I am going to be honest. I haven't seen anything, and listen to what I'm saying, significant, something that I would have jumped out at you. Because honestly, I thought the bi-monthly would have done that. Somebody saying Flower Drive, Picture Drive, Gala Drive, and Line Drive. Will they need license? You understand me? Let me see if there is anybody over on my YouTube page that may have an idea. Nobody. And it goes to show, ladies and gentlemen, that we are not being biased. We're not here being biased and showing hatred. We're not here saying things because we hate. But what has happened? And after 1 year and 1 month, they continue to preach pension payment, doc salary. And then you ask them, and what? Two of the initiatives that have been basically left there for you to just to go there and pay somebody. I leave the money there for you to do it. All I simply tell you to do, you pick up the money and do it. Absolutely no significance, ladies and gentlemen. At the end of the day, what this administration expect is that we continue to come on our forums and our different media platform and lie for them. Tell you the Grenadian people, man, they're doing a good job. Tell you the Grenadian people, they are doing a significantly good job. Somebody I want to read, somebody will send me some information as it relates to what they would have posted. All right, somebody is saying, for the past 12 months, the current administration didn't contribute nothing to boost the economy, but increase their own salaries, upgrade their lifestyle, travel overseas, attend major galas, lie for the general public, and take pictures. Where is the lie in that? Pension and doc salary affects cost less than 1% of the population. The 150 they took affect more people. Now, this administration needs a reality check. And if not done sooner, later is going to be even worse. Later is going to be even worse. Over my YouTube page, somebody saying I have not seen anything. Nothing. I send home drive. You understand me? At the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, you can't say to me that this administration, and I continue to say that, are conscientious of the fact that they're failing. And they're failing miserably. They have really done an awesome job in corrupting the minds of a lot of cooperatives and corporation. We are now learning as it relates to the resignation of one of the persons within one of our utilities companies. All you know me, I like to be very careful unless I don't see it on the news that has been made factual. I would try my best to censor what I'm saying. So we're learning as it relates to the resignation of one of the managers within our utility companies in Grenada. Somebody called me and they said, Prince, listen to me. If you don't talk about that, they don't talking to me again. People, what is going on as it relates to the people on the airport? This administration has done nothing significant to the people at our airport. It's like they're traveling, but they just pass their street. Persons on the airport are asking, what is going on? You hear about the budget and you hear all about and everybody getting a little piece of the pie everywhere. And persons at the airport is like, boss, that's where you're there every day. Boss, that way you're passing ever so often. So you see, at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, the realization that things are not the way it's supposed to be is things that we're making up. I think that's what they want us to believe. That's things we're lying about. We just decide that, listen to me, let me go and do a podcast where we could tell people things about the NDC. As the sentiment is being shared by Mrs. James, they don't care about the people. And that is the fact, ladies and gentlemen. You are seeing persons who basically came into government with very little or nothing. And today we're hearing about 2 and 3 vehicles and what vehicle they buy and, things that they have purchased. And I'm saying, and I would continue to say, I have no problem with self-development. But oh gosh, put people first now. Prioritize. Prioritize. At the end of the day, people needs you. Many persons, you telling me at the time, what are you telling me? At the time of your governance, you're still on the back of NNP do this and NNP do that. We have given you time to get it right. You're still hearing at the medical station and at the general hospital that there is no test. Persons are sent privately to do tests. Are we still in the age of the NNP? the failed administration? Are we still here speaking as it relates to Dr. Mitchell and maybe Nicola Steele as Minister of Health and their failed administration? 2 persons within this week mentioning that they have to take private testing for blood work. What is going on? Who is to be blamed now? Dr. Mitchell and his failed administration? Who are you now to blame? That Dr. Mitchell didn't pay the invoice? After 1 year and some? While your administration sits and blame the game, and the blame game still goes on? NNP is done. Many of you all say that. NNP done, they finish. No more Dr. Mitchell. They done, they finish. They done, although destroyed the NNP successfully. And Dr. Mitchell. Now the ball is in your court. The ball is in your court. Well, play the game now. And play it correctly. Show us your skills. Dr. Mitchell failed so miserably. But you could have gotten blood work done. Every time you go on the ministry's page, the Ministry of Health, is some work. COVID work. Sugar work. Diabetes work. Hypertension work. Work, just work. At the end of the day, we're saying to you, ladies and gentlemen, you, as we say in the classroom, what we say, NDC or you win. So if we have to live with you all for the next 4, 5, 6, 70 years, we want that 70 or more years to be that of productivity and development. That is what we want to see. So even if we have to wait 40 years, 70 years with the NDC, what we want to see is development and productive development. Not back in the days when we hear you don't have nurse in the hospital and nurses leaving and you don't have blood work. That is an NNP thing. Remember, we are under the transformational agenda. We're not expecting the same old thing. We're not expecting what we would have had when Dr. Mitchell and them was there. We don't want that again. We got rid of that, you forget. So why are we still getting the pinch? Why are we still feeling the effect of the then new National Party? And even worse, because we had the seed program, 150 came out. But in Dr. Mitchell's time, they was good. We had a cap on gas prices. It was removed. It was there, placed by government to suffice to help cushion the effect of gas prices throughout the length and breadth of Grenada. So still we had it good. Persons sent home. The unemployment rate risen. Dr. Mitchell days, he was good. So who did transform? Where is the transformation? From what end are you looking at the transformation? It baffles me. And as we say in the classroom, NDC, all you win. All you win. The country is all you own. How much all you say all you wanted for 30 years? Take it. We are here as proud Grenadians, as patriotic Grenadians. We're here. And if we have to deal with you all we're saying that while you sit in this chair, ensure that every Grenadian benefits sufficiently under your reign. That is what we're here for. That is our podcast is about. I'm not here to speak about Deacon Mitchell and his lifestyle, or Andy Williams and his lifestyle, or Claudia Joseph and her lifestyle, or what they're doing. No. Their personal life has nothing to do with me. But the ministerial position they hold that affects my people, you are going to hear from me. So I don't have a problem with them per se. But when they do things that affects our people, this podcast would continue. Somebody's asking if the gala is a prank. Excuse. Well, nowadays, the thing about it, we have been having so many gala that you have to keep up with it. All right. You understand me? Somebody is saying that they're surprised that they're not talking about the briefcase still. Well, wait, so me don't come up yet for the briefcase conversation to come up. So me don't come up yet. And you see the thing about it, eh? Many a times, I remember during the past administration and, having friends within the party. Many times you meet them and you hear them say, I don't know why Dr. Mitchell or the parliamentary representative is doing this. I set a NDC getting this. I set a NDC getting that. That man that have that position, he's a NDC and he support NDC. Nowadays you can't say that. And nobody holding no high position with the belief that they're NNP supporters. Nobody and holding no high position with the belief that they support Dr. Mitchell. You are going to get rid of. They're getting rid of you. Easy too. Because once they get to know that you were around the NNP, you're a goner. You're a goner. But before you could have heard about that man is in this, I remember very early in when Mr. Martin got the position, I can recall the allegation as it relates to his affiliation with the NDC. But he held the position as Commissioner of Police and did a damn good job at it. We were not what he's expecting, and nobody's perfect. But he did a well job. But nowadays, if you NNP and you know it, go your way. If you're NNP and they know it, not here you'll stay. If you're NNP and you know it, and they really want to show it, if you're NNP and you know it, go your way. You understand me? This administration is on something totally different. Totally different. And I believe, and I would continue to say, it is simple incompetence. Not saying anybody is uneducated. It is simple incompetence and inexperience. That is what it is. Incompetence to understanding protocol and procedures, and inexperience in understanding what the role and function of a government should really be. All right? So I guess that is where the issue really lies. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So I believe for today, we would have had a wonderful day. And so I want to play a song today for my friends and the people that are listening today. I know you are some people, you're all on the live and all you want to make a like a dance. It's one day before Friday, and when the tune drop, I think you all would know the assignment when I drop the tune. Once I drop the tune, I think you guys will know what the assignment is. Because when I drop the tune, I want all your dirty below the live with what you should put there.
Are you ready? Move it. Yes, we move it. Move it. NNP, we move it. Move it. Yes, we move it. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Old people did say back long time ago, if something and break, don't fix it, leave it so. And up to this day, this I still maintain. Nazim never never again. Everybody know, about 6 years ago, where this country were, we can go back there no more. Not saying
Want to dance right?
so, let's keep moving.
Who in the living room and just want to dance right now?
Let the truth be told, one just can't ignore. Let's keep moving. Must admit we better off than before. Let's keep moving. We're on the right path, so no turning back. Let's keep moving. Don't stop, don't stop, don't stop. Give me the duck now. What? Moving. Yes, we moving. Moving. Yes, we moving. Moving.
We gonna make a little dance this evening for sure.
Stop, don't stop. Public servant salary, that was on a hold. For them to get a dime, an asset must be sold. And even when they do, it always coming late. Why don't all you admit all you couldn't operate? Investors' confidence, that was on a low. But who could blame them? All you didn't know head from toe. In almost 5 years, not one capital project. Construction was dead. Now you're talking about jobs like if you forget. Let the truth be told, one just can't know. Let's keep moving. Must admit we better off than before. Let's keep moving. We're on the right path, so no turning back. Let's keep moving. Don't stop, don't stop, don't stop. Give me the dance now. Moving.
Right now we're on the part of repair.
Moving.
We're on the part of developing the party.
Moving.
You see, next election, here's what I want you to do.
Don't stop, don't stop. Let's go. I hear you talking. Call them. Wake them.
The people that are not registered as yet.
We voting and free again.
The people that are not registered as yet.
Wake them.
The children that is now eligible.
Them. Go out there and call somebody. Wake somebody. Tell somebody. Knock on the door by somebody. And when you say, call somebody. Wake somebody.
The last one for this week.
And then be election.
We go end it how we want.
And call somebody. Wake somebody. Tell somebody. Knock on the door by somebody. Yeah. Call somebody. Wake somebody. Tell them we voting and then be election day. This country moving and there's no turning back. So let's keep it going, cause we on the right track. I'm calling every
It was another wonderful evening, eh?
Come on, everybody and play your part. Go out there and call somebody. Wake somebody. Tell somebody. Knock on the door by somebody. And when you say, call somebody.
It was another wonderful week, right?
And then we vote in and then be election.
I can't do play this one.
Go out there and call somebody. Wake somebody. Tell somebody.
Somebody wave your hands and give me praise. Say, we can't sit down. We can't sit down. No, we can't sit down. We can't sit down. But I know what you say. We can't sit down. We can't sit down. No, we can't sit down. We can't sit down.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, well, we have indeed even gone over the time that we were supposed to. But I say it's the last broadcast for the week. So I said, man, let me just do something. Let me just do something today as I end this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It was another wonderful evening. And I guess we would see again next Monday, because next Tuesday we will not be broadcasting due to the fact that we would have engagements. So we would do our broadcasting next Monday, all right? And in going forward, just a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, the new National Party, they give to you Sassy and Sexy. That's the St. Patrick's West Branch. That's on July 28th. That's Friday night. Don't forget, this is one of the crews that is coming up. So be a part of this one, all right? So let me just play this one right here. Don't forget the St. David's Secondary. They are celebrating their 53rd anniversary, which would start on the 6th and end on the 17th. Hard Fet, that is one that you would want to be a part of. Go out there on the 7th of August. $70 gets you on that boat ride. I am ready to give away a burger. All right. Today's bugger, you mad or what? That is the name of today's bugger. It is 4 layers of quarter-pound beef served with onion, dill pickle, lettuce, fresh tomatoes, cheese, and dressing. Don't forget G Burger. They're located on Wall Street. The telephone number that you can reach them on, ladies and gentlemen, is 536-7375. So today's bugger of the day, you mother. Somebody today is going to be a lucky winner. I don't know who it is. The last time I chose somebody's asking if Sister Jenny was on today. No, she wasn't. And she stated so. All right. I want to give somebody a bugger today. Who is it that am I going to choose? They must come from my Facebook page because the last person came from my YouTube page. So somebody as lucky as Jen Ross is going to win themselves a bugger. So congratulations to Jen. You are the winner of 1 bugger. Compliments G Burger. They're located on Wall Street. And so you can go there. Just let them know that you would have heard it on the classroom. And so once you go there, they would provide you with their bugger. Shums hosting, I'm seeing you on. And you can ask Shums and Miss Ferguson. Once you go there and you mention my name, your bugger will be served. All right. So Jen, congratulations to you. You are the winner of today's bugger. All right. Congratulations to you. And on the 10th of August, you can have Staggering Day Cruise is up on Dash. Boise, they would be on that boat ride. Don't forget Sunday also, you can go aboard I think it's the Dolly Sea. I may need to be corrected, but Rush 2 Sunday, you can go on that boat ride also. Another big boat ride. I think there is VIP section, so that's another mad boat ride to go on. On Point Foundation, they have a back-to-school drive that is taking place to assist schools in Grenada. And you can contact Cathy on 347-262-6818. Also, New Face Promotion, they're doing a barbecue and back-to-school drive. That will be on 38 East Avenue, 96 between Rutland and East New York. All you need to do, you bring an item for school, you're on the inside in the barbecue. It is a free admission, but however, to get on the inside of the barbecue, you must have school supplies. MCA, they bring to you Wasted pre-Labor Day send-off. You have Muddy, Dave, Young Song. That would be on Sunday the 20th of August. So don't forget, that's another mad boat ride that is coming up. And I want you guys to be a part of it. To the people out there in New York, don't forget Pascal's Flooring. You can contact my brother New Face by, and you'll be able to get your flooring done. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, it has been another wonderful evening. To the many persons who would have contributed to today's broadcast, I want to say a pleasant good afternoon to you and God's blessings to each and every one of you. Don't forget, we end today and we're back next Monday as we stream. And to the persons, somebody say pick me. All right. Don't forget, we are back next Monday and we would be able to give again more information as it relates to what is happening within the length and breadth of Grenada, Carriacou, and PT Martinique. So God's blessings to each and every one of you guys. God's blessings over the weekend. Be careful. You know, definitely there might be a lot of here and there, a lot of mass, a lot of, fun. But we're asking persons to be violent free. God's blessings to you and your entire family. You have yourself a wonderful evening. Remember, on my Facebook page, I would have mentioned that it relates to a little gathering that I'm trying to have to the persons that are in the diaspora that might be coming home, even locals, and you want to gather. I think that I found that place. And so with proper preparation and conversation, we will try our best to meet sometime next week. All right, you can see me, shake me hand, give me a hug, and we go chill and we go talk. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So God's blessings to each and every one of you. We will see you again next week. All right, I'm out.
some kind of petty bourgeoisie anytime you're living here. In this country, you got to be in skullduggery, making you money illicitly to live like somebody. In this country, it's outrageous and insane. Them crazy prices in Port of Spain, and like the merchants going out their brain, and the working man like the only toiling in vain. Where you ever hear a television for 7,000, $250,000 for little piece of land, a pair of sneakers, $200, 80,000-90,000 for motor cars. At last, here in Trinidad, we see capitalism gone mad. It's sad and getting more bad, because doo-doo, capitalism gone mad. Provide for your family today on your present salary is an impossibility. In this country, so many bills to pay, there is no conceivable way to save for a rainy day. In this country, our voraciousness, to be precise, is why every damn thing so overpriced. Big business making everybody feel government give them an open license to steal. Would you believe me? One nylon panty is $19.90, $20 for some baby milk. The cheapest jersey costs over $60, $200 and change a yard for silk. It's hard here in Trinidad. Lord have mercy, capitalism gone mad. It's sad, things getting more bad. Oh Lord, capitalism gone mad.
This is Caribbean Vibes.
To buy a pack of cigarette must leave you with a hole in your wallet, and money is so hard to get. In this country, necessity or luxuries, it doesn't matter what the item is, they're charging anything they please. In this country, primary school books price is lewd, is highway robbery the price of food. All hopes and dreams elude the poor man, but politicians still expect good work attitude. Just imagine this, the cheapest coffee, over 3,000, not even dying today easy. Thousands of dollars for the undertakers, so you could get a spot in the cemetery. It hard here in Trinidad. Oh Lord, capitalism gone mad. The gladness that once we had is gone because capitalism gone mad. You got to have heavy contact, know how to move up in society to make any kind of impact. In this country, you got to know how to chip the feel, how to scheme and swindle properly, perfect the art of wheel and deal. In this country, I say survival in this land isn't easy for no man. With unemployment and high inflation, somehow we go dead before the end of of this recession. Where the hell is this? Some mango Julie costing $3.50, $40 for one watermelon. Half your salary for fish, meat and poultry. Time you buy greens, all your money gone. It's hard here in Trinidad. Lord have mercy, capitalism gone mad. It's sad and getting more hard. Lord, capitalism